What's good, YouTube? SlenderRevolutionX here, coming to you guys today with my spin on an old classic. So what I have here, guys, is the new Superheavy Samurai archetype. Decided to build a deck out of it, and basically this deck gives you big advantages for having no spell or traps in the graveyard. And as I was looking up ways to build my deck, I was surfing around YouTube, and a lot of people had like 6, 7, 8 spell or traps in the deck, and I was just like, there's got to be a way to format this whole build without having a lot of disruption between the Superheavy Samurais themselves and spell or trap cards. So it kind of came up with the idea of how the old Monster Mash decks work. Basically, Gallus the Star Beast, you were pretty much guaranteed to always hit a monster and always special summon Gallus. There was a lot of different types. There was Frog Monster Mash decks, there was Agent Monster Mash decks, though. This is my new spin on a Superheavy Samurai Monster Mash deck. So without further ado, let's get into it. I have 3 Superheavy Samurai Big Bankai, or Bankai, however you want to pronounce it. But basically, he allows you to use Super Heavy Samurais to attack from defense position and use their defense as essentially their attack. And he's pretty much a badass. I mean, this thing is really hard to get off the field. Ran 3 Trumpeter, which if you have no spell or trap cards in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. Unfortunately, after you do so, you can't special summon any other monsters other than Super Heavy Samurai. So you need to learn to play this pretty strategically. 3 Flutists, which when you special summon, you contribute it to special summon the Super Heavy Samurai from your hand. And then he also has the effect of you can banish it when a Super Heavy Samurai is targeted to negate the activation of the card effect and destroy that card. So it's pretty awesome defense. 3 Blue Brawler, he's basically just your wall, and when he can attack from defense position, it's 2,000 attack, so it's pretty good. Scales allows you to special summon one back from your graveyard, level 4 or lower. Makes for good synchro plays, good exceed plays. Soulbang Cannon gains 1,000 defense as an equip card, or you can banish it from your graveyard when you control. When a card activates, you can banish it from the graveyard to negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card and then as many monsters on the field as possible, minimum 1, then you and your opponents both take 1,000 damage. Pretty much an awesome card, running 2 of that. 3 of the Soul Beads. Each time a Super Samurai would be destroyed the first time, it's not. And when a defense position monster is destroyed by battle and sent to my graveyard, I can discard this card to special summon in defense mode. So a lot of essential hand traps in this deck. 3 Soulfire Suit, which says you can equip it, its level becomes 5. During either player's turn, I can discard this to target 1 defense position of Super Heavy Samurai. It loses 800 defense, but cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So this is like your protector. This guy brings him back. I mean, there's 6 good hand traps effects there. Flutist allows you to protect them. So I saw a lot of cool interactions without needing magic or traps in this deck. 2 Giant Rat, because all of the Super Heavy Samurais have really low attack. Giant Rat allows you to bring them out. 2 Gores. Gores just sits in your hand, and since I'm not running any spell or traps, why not run Gores? 3 Obvious Gallus. 1 Grand Soil. I run essentially all Earth monsters, so Grand Soil is a really good power card there. 1 Redox for the same reason. 2 Tragodia for more hand traps. 2 Maxi for more hand traps. 2 Effect Villa for more hand traps. Now, since I don't have spell or trap cards, I need ways to interact with opponents' monsters and magic and traps. So all of these hand traps allow me to do so. They give me protection and allow me to be highly aggressive towards my opponent without having too much downside. And last but not least, the 1 Birdman. Good interaction between, monsters that hand trap monsters. So good interaction between Tragodia and Gores. If I want to bounce them, then make a synchro, and then I still have the live Gores or Tragodia in hand. Or you get to use Gallus twice. There's a lot of different interactions with Birdman, and since he's a one-of, I decided to throw him in there. And the two spell cards that I run are Soul Charge and Snatch Steal. The only reason I decided to run them was they are two game-changing cards. You know, you can single-handedly win games with both Soul Charge and Snatch Steal. So I thought they were good options. I haven't built a side deck yet because I haven't decided how much I want to play with the deck. I mean, it is really interesting, and I've been trolling on Dueling Network with it. I love it. If you guys do want to see a duel video of it, just let me know, give this video a thumbs up or a comment or something to let me know that you want to see how this absurd deck plays. I've had a lot of people get really angry at a Dark World player that had 3 set Mirror Force that you couldn't use on Big Bang K because in defense mode. So a lot of cool interactions with this archetype. And now on to the extra deck. So I have the one Natria Beast. My Earth Tuner is Trumpeter. And then I have a lot of different Earth monsters, so it allows me to play Natria Beast. And if I get it on the field, you know, it's not as great as it was in the past, but it's still a really good card. One Armades, just a good rank 5 or level 5. One HTS Sahimith. I was debating between this or Goyo, and I think that he's better for running into things like Dante and banishing your opponent's hard to get over cards, and he's really easily accessible in this deck. One Natria Barkion. Barkion is all for the same reason as Beast. You know, it's just a really good defensive card for your opponent, against your opponent. One Black Rose for my 7. My 8 is Start a Spark. One of my 10s is Leo. Then we have 2 Superheavy Samurai Warlord Susanoo. His effect is badass. It says if you have no spell or trap cards in your graveyard, you can target a spell or trap card your opponent controls, set it on your side of the field, but banish it when it leaves the field. Really, really, really good against things like Fire Lake when it's not live. It's just a lot, like if they end up having an emptiness and you can steal their emptiness, it just allows for a lot of cool interactions with your opponent's cards. And last but not least, to the Synchros, we have Star Eater, just a really good rank 11 that's really easy to go into in this deck. For the Exceeds, I have Soul of Silver Mountain. This card's awesome, especially since, you know, I have the accessibility of the Earth monsters. And then your generic rank 3, Alucard, and then we have Girgan X, which is also great for searching equip cards or other Super Heavy Samurais. It's just a really good card. One Black Ship. I was debating on Black Ship or Honor Arc, and I just thought Black Ship would have a damage interaction, which is pretty good in this deck, especially with Gallus. Like, any effect damage is good, and that's the exact same reason why on Cowboy. You can get them down pretty low, and then just start chipping away, because it's hard to get over things like 2 Gores in hand and 2 Trigodia in hand. It's just, and a 3500 monster with defense, so it's really hard. But that's the deck profile, guys. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see videos, let me know, because it is interesting and it's a new archetype and I wanted to try play around with it. And it's working out pretty good so far. But other than that, guys, this is all I got for you today. Subscribe to join the revolution today, guys. This is SlenderRevolutionX signing out, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.